encendido. Si alabas a Jesucristo, sale bendecido.
Ministerio Radial Impacto, junto a Mike Reyes, presentan Impacto Cristiano. Nuestro propósito es hacerle partícipe del mensaje que Jesucristo es el mismo ayer, hoy y por todos los siglos, y que solamente a través de él su vida puede ser transformada e impactada por su gran amor y poder salvador. Desde este momento, con ustedes, Malaquías Reyes en Impacto Cristiano.
Todos nuestros radio y televisión videntes. En el día de hoy le damos la bienvenida al programa de Impacto Cristiano en la comunidad, esperando de que usted pues va a disfrutar de un programa maravilloso. Y le deseo buena suerte y un bonito día a aquellos que se están preparando en este momento para ir para la iglesia, a alabar y a glorificar a Dios. I wanted to welcome our audience in this beautiful, gorgeous day. Thank God that we don't have to worry about snow. And I have my coat in my car just in case, because since this weather is so crazy, you never know, we never know. But we expect like 60 plus degree in today. And I wanted to give a word of encouragement to those that are getting ready to go to church to serve the Lord. And my word is always that remember, we worship God, but we keep in mind that the main purpose of that is to serve one another, your neighbor. That's what Jesus Christ preaches. And today I have three special guests, and you're going to enjoy this ride. Going to enjoy this ride because we're going to talk about something that is very important. Death is something that is so, wow, mysterious, because right now I'm talking to you. I could pass out and go to the other side, without any warning. So that's why we talk in the spiritual sense that we need to make preparation, pre-planning. According to the Bible, there's two places. There's heaven and there's hell. Yes, I know. Some of you don't believe that, but I do. And I'm going to tell you from my point of view, I believe it. And I believe the Bible to be the Word of God. And it says that there are two places. So, which means that we have to prepare ourselves to go and meet God. And there's a lot of things. The Ten Commandments is one of the rules that we have to follow. So if right now, Mike Reyes or Malakia, whichever name you want to call me, decide to disappear, or I drop, heart attack, whatever, I want to be live a right life so I could go to heaven. That's in the spiritual sense of the word. How about what happened to my body after that? Because if I drop here and I haven't made any arrangement, my family is going to have a hard time. They're going to have a hard time. If there's no money for burial, they're going to have a hard time. Then they're going to have to come to you, probably come to this show and ask for money and things like that. Well, we're going to talk about that today. And without any more time wasting, let me introduce you to Jim Gilmore. He's the director of Nichols-Gilmore Funeral Home in Newport. And also we have Aracelis Campos. She's a representative of Charles Wallace Insurance.
Correct.
And we also have Mr. Jorge Falcon. He's also representing Wallace, Charles Wallace. Yes. So all three of them will be communicating to you an important topic thing that is necessary for you to make arrangement, as Jim, he preferred to be called Jim. His name is James Gilmore, but he preferred Jim, and we're going to call him Jim. He's the director of Gilmore, Nichols-Gilmore, and it's a funeral home. So I was talking briefly about the need to have or to prepare in case you died or something happened to a family member. We're going to ask Jim some questions in that regard. But I also want to find out what role Mrs. Aracelis and Mr. Falcon plays, since they represent an insurance company. What role do they play? Because for experience, I know a lot of you that I know don't have any preparation, don't have no insurance, and including myself, I haven't pre-planned for funeral. So that's the last thing that we want to think about. So we're going to find out today what we need to do, how to do it, and how inexpensive, because sometimes we're talking about, we think that everything is so expensive, I ain't got no money. Well, we're going to find out how inexpensive it is to bury a person or to make prepayment. Mr. Jim, how you doing today?
I'm wonderful, Mike. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I like that type. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay. Nichols Funeral Home was started in 1934 by Lee Nichols and carried on by his son Earl from the late 60s until 1994, when I purchased the business and became renamed Nichols-Gilmore. Getting to know you and serving with the Luz Divina Foundation, I started seeing that there might be a need in the community for educating people for the exact things you've just talked about, just planning ahead. You take care of the spiritual side, we help them with the practical side. And then George and Aracelis, we became kind of partners in trying to bring education and information, because our businesses kind of are codependent on each other. Preparing, not only, there's so many decisions to be made in funeral planning, what cemetery you're going to be buried in, even if you're going to be buried in the United States versus another country. Do you want cremation? Do you want burial? What funeral home you want to use. Some people just select a funeral home because it's closest to their home. Some people because their neighbors went there. Some people because other family members have gone there. So in pre-planning, you have the ability to go visit several funeral homes and educate yourself. Like you said, prices can vary.
All right.
And what you think is going to be an extreme highly number, you control it by more decisions you make before you pass. And then Aracelis and George usually can give you a good product that would give you peace of mind that when the time comes, financially, you're all taken care of.
Why are people so afraid, I should say, to pre-plan? You might have experienced that. Why are we so afraid to prepare, pre-plan for burial?
I think burial pre-planning is like most things that we kind of don't want to really address.
We don't want to talk about it.
No.
Whether it's, you have a pain and you're afraid to go to the doctor about what you don't know, you figure it won't hurt you. But same thing with going to the doctor, finding out what you're up against so that you can plan. And sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it's something serious to take care of. In funeral planning, most people are apprehensive before they come in, but generally once they've made these decisions, they feel a great weight lifted off their shoulders, and it's taking the burden off their family from having to make decisions for them.
Okay. I'm going to come back to you because there's other question that I have. But let me introduce Aracelis Campos.
Thank you, Malachi, for inviting us. I've actually been with the Charles Wallace Agency since 2005. The agency has actually been around since 1974. So it started with his father and has grown since. But, you know, just like with Jim, I think, you know, we're here to educate everyone and let them know that, you know, what does happen after death. And, you know, what do the family members end up doing afterwards? Because it's a struggle. For every single family member, it's a struggle. And there's options, whether it's going through the funeral home or whether going through an insurance product.
Okay.
And a lot of our people honestly just don't take the time because, like you said, they're afraid. What are they afraid of? I can go back with the conversation that I had with my mother and my father. My father is very open into saying, oh, he wants cremation and he wants his ashes
Right.
spread over where he was born. My mother, she didn't even want to talk about it.
But you know one thing, I could never relate an insurance agency to a funeral home. So that's why it is important, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to have both of you, or all of you here, because a lot of people like myself, they probably, when they see Charles Wallace, they're not thinking about, well, let me go and buy insurance for a funeral.
No.
You know, so how did that come about?
That actually came about through Jim reached out to.
Jim.
No, as a matter of fact, George reached out to him for insurance, covering his business insurance. And in turn, he ended up saying he was looking for a Hispanic liaison to do some of these seminars and educate the people. And I'm like, well, I'm willing because I do it for first-time home buyers. Every now and then I've been invited to give information on homes. So I said it's the same thing, just on life. Okay. And so he ended up reaching out saying, hey, I'm going to do this. Or, would you be interested? And I said, sure, why not? So
that's interesting. Well, let's hear from Mr. Falcon. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. So
thank you for having me here.
Good to have you here. How did it come about? Because I'm interested. I know I heard it before, but I'm interested to hear that.
I was just out and about and trying to generate business for the insurance commercial side, and so happened to walk into Mr. Gilmore's place of business, and we struck a conversation, and he was very willing to give me an opportunity to give him a quote on his business, and from one thing led to another, and now we're all one happy family.
Networking.
exactly.
Networking. Where you original from?
I'm originally out of Bronx, New York.
Oh, so you're from the jungle.
Yes. from the boogie down Bronx, yes.
And Aracelis, where you from?
Born in Mexico, raised here. So it's been interesting, but now a citizen, so I'm feeling good.
Okay. Jim?
I was born in Philadelphia, but I've been a Delaware resident since I was 6, so that's, what, 20 years now?
Okay.
No.
A
lot longer.
And you have some Irish in you too, right?
I'm of Irish descent. That is absolutely.
I saw you.
It's a big week this week.
I saw you all dressed up yesterday. So I think Thursday is the Irish Day.
Yep, so I've got my fiance to become an honorary Irish person.
Isn't that so? And she's from?
She's from Jamaica, so I don't think she's celebrated.
Well, let me congratulate all the Irish on their holidays, okay? Which is a holiday, and it's a big day. I know in New York it's a big day. They have a big parade. I think we just have a parade here. The Saturday? Was Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
Yeah, in Wilmington. So to each one of you, and I want to also send a congratulations to our friend and the treasurer of Foundation Luz Divina, which is Kevin Kelly. And by the way,
I think he might be Irish too.
He's definitely Irish. He's definitely Irish, and he declared himself to run for mayor this week officially. Officially, so we want to congratulate him and we wanted to wish him a lot. Well, going back to you, right now you're trying to reach out to the Hispanic. Well, to the Hispanic and the public in general.
The public in general. Specifically, we came to talk today to help with the Hispanic community. And I think the most important point that I'm trying to make, I mentioned, whatever funeral home that you choose, you don't have to choose our funeral home.
Right.
But what George had said, that he came to offer me options for insurance. And I think the greatest thing, the reason why I decided to kind of partner with them is they made me feel they were going to help me make the best decision for me versus the best decision for them. As far as selling. It was not selling, it was educating. And that's what I think that we can all do. Find out what your needs are, like for my insurance needs, what my business liability, what my business cars, what my business building needed. Give me options and let me make my best decision. So making funeral pre-planning is just dialoguing, finding out what you want, and then Aracelis had mentioned, sometimes the funeral home can have a better financing product for you. Most times, actually, it would be private insurance, like through the Charles Wallace agency, because our product is really geared more towards if someone needs to apply for Medicaid, where you can only prepay the amount of your funeral service. Where with Aracelis and George's product, you can not only cover your funeral expenses, but you can leave residual for your family to live on after you've passed.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. So when I come to you, what determines when you refer me to them? What will you feel that, you know? Let me see if I got the question right. If I come to you and I don't have money or I don't have enough money or whatever, how you can determine that it's time for me to see Aracelis instead of going through your insurance?
Okay. One of three things will usually happen. I actually was meeting with a person fairly recently. He had life insurance, but he was thinking that he needed to prepay his funeral. I said, basically, and what I presented to him, I said, if you feel for peace of mind making a prepayment and you won't miss that money, that's a fine decision. But I think it's in your best interest not to prepay because you have insurance to cover it.
I see.
Now, if someone does not have insurance, we have a product that offers either single payment, 3-year payments, 5-year payments, 7-year payments, or 10-year payments. Anything that you're usually paying over time, you're paying more than the actual face value of what you're going to get. So usually, if you can pay a funeral prepayment, at least the product that we offer, I can't speak for all funeral homes, if you can, because funeral homes cannot take the money directly. If you want to prepay the funeral, it has to go into a third-party account.
And that's where they come in.
Well, coincidentally, we offer an insurance product.
Okay.
But it's, again, if your funeral is $3,000, that is all that you can prepay through our product. You can't say, I want a $5,000 policy and I'm going to use 3.
I see.
So our product, if you can pay it within a year or two, you're usually pretty good. You're paying about the face value. But with Aracelis and George, if you need to spread your payments out more or for longer periods, you can probably buy a less expensive, better product that allows you to do that and get more coverage.
And get more coverage.
Muy entendido. Araceli, explícame un poco al público en lo que él acaba de hablar, la relación entre ustedes dos, entre la casa funeral, el señor Jaime o Jim, él representa a Nichols-Gilmore Funeral Home, una casa funeraria, y tienen una asociación, ellos tienen una asociación con Charles Wallace Insurance, una compañía de seguro llamado Charles Wallace, que representa a la señorita Aracelis y nuestro amigo Jorge Falcon. Y yo lo que quiero más o menos que ella le dé una explicación, lo que él acaba de decir, para aquellos que no entienden inglés y están viendo nuestro programa, también se puedan beneficiar de la información. Si puedes parafrasear un poco la relación entre ustedes y el servicio que él acaba de ofrecer.
Sí, prácticamente lo que Jim acaba de decir es de que nosotros estamos en una asociación para educar a todos sobre aseguranza de vida, sobre los servicios que la funeraria ofrece. Nos juntamos prácticamente para eso, o sea, para educar, porque mucha gente en realidad no sabe o no quiere saber, nomás por el miedo, igual como decimos, nomás por el miedo de que no quieren pensar en la muerte. Pero lo que él ofrece prácticamente es un producto en donde lo único que pueden pagar es los costos de la funeraria. Entonces, si la funeraria le costara $3,000, $3,000 es lo único que le van a dar. si compra ese producto. Comparado a un producto de aseguranza, vienen a mí y así lo que podemos hacer es ofrecer no nomás los 3,000, pero posiblemente otros 5,000 para dejarle a la familia para otros gastos que queden. Y ese producto de aseguranza, por las compañías de aseguranzas, normalmente les cuesta un poco menos comparado a lo de la funeraria.
Qué bien, qué bien. ¿Tienes algo que aportar, Jorge?
No, ella
Cubrió toda la base.
tocó todas las bases.
Yo quiero, bueno, esto quiero anunciarle de lo de la Fundación Luz Divina. I just wanted to touch bases and give you some information about Foundation Luz Divina. Jim, I'm having problems because I want to be so proper and call him James. He doesn't want to be called James. And Jim is part of our board of directors at the Foundation Luz Divina. He's very active, very active. Well, he's all over the place. He's all over the place. One of the reasons for me to bring him here. And pretty soon we're praying. We might have two other members. I don't want to point fingers.
We're praying here.
that we're looking to bring on board. But this year, from June 20 to the 25th, we have a very aggressive campaign or event that we wanted to put into practice. And the Foundation Luz Divina, since most of you know, but some of you don't know, we dedicated to work with the homeless individual, with abused children and abused women, especially in Dominican Republic and in Haiti, but with the homeless individual here in Delaware, in Wilmington. And we work with the churches, with several churches. We go out, we feed the homeless, and we tried our best to assist. Now, this year, we are going to go and knock in people's houses from the 20th, 25th, to bring some type of information in regard to food, information in regard to services, information in regard to resources that we offer in the neighborhood. And we are asking the churches to join us. Like, for instance, we have two agencies here that they are community-oriented, community-friendly. They're going to be part of going to your houses with the group, and this is the services that we can offer you. We have agencies that work on providing employment services to the individual. So, and we wanted to go to your house and let you know the opportunity that there is. There's a lot of churches in those neighborhoods that have social programs, that have a different type of activity for the family, for the children. And we want to make sure that we are connecting. We are connecting with our neighbors, that we are connecting with the individual, that the agency, Charles Wallace and Nichols-Gilmore Funeral are connecting, that Fundación Luz Divina, that Impacto Cristiano, that Church, St. Paul Church, and so on. Because sometimes there's a lot of information, there's a lot of resources in the community. But you know what happened? People don't go to those places to find out how they can be assisted. And they suffer indoor. Well, let's bring the organization out to them. We don't gonna go to sell you anything. We're gonna offer you our services and how we can help you. So that's gonna take place in June 20 to the 25th. The 25th is a Saturday. We will be in a park. I'm not gonna name the park yet because we haven't finalized the application, okay? But we'll be in a park. We'll have we're gonna be offering food and all kind of things. Ride.
That sounds fun.
We might have a helicopter to give this kid a ride. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what we're trying to do is to connect with the community and let you know that we're not only inside the churches or inside our businesses and things like that, but we have you in mind, and we want you to be a part of what we're doing. So I like the partnership that we've been having with these three persons that we have here. And I know their heart because they have expressed it to me. And every Saturday, well, the first and the third Saturday of each month, they are in the radio with me as well. So we're going to have more information for coming. Well, we have like a minute and a half to go. You see, time flies.
It does. Mike, just like the the Vina Foundation, also like the people to know that Aracelis and George and I can come out and make presentations to you. My daughter Caitlin is finishing up her mortuary school. She's been becoming more active in the funeral home. My son Brennan is finishing college. I'm not sure what he's going to do yet, but he's been a big asset with us. And we're happy to come and speak to organizations.
Yes.
We're happy to host. If you don't have a facility for us to come to, you can come to the funeral home and invite whoever you wish, and we're happy to give information in an informal setting where...
Beautiful. Well,
At any time.
you guys coming back? You're coming back soon.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Jorge?
Anytime.
Oh, anytime?
Anytime.
All right. Well, we're out of time. We're out of time. We need another half an hour to continue, but we'll be here next month again. The second Sunday of each month. We're here from 10:30 to 11. God bless you, and remember, go find a neighbor, find somebody that you could do good to. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Ministerio Radial Impacto, junto a Malaquías Reyes, presentaron Impacto Cristiano. Agradecemos por su sintonía y les invitamos para que el próximo sábado nos acompañen en una edición más. Si tiene comentarios, sugerencias, peticiones o testimonios, escríbanos al P.O. Box 30024, Wilmington, Delaware 19805 o al correo electrónico mreyes63004 @aol.com. Y no olvide nuestra línea telefónica 302-377-0403, 302-377-0403. Hasta una próxima edición.